Here's how you can use ChatGPT to quickly create social media posts for your business. Lately, everyone's been talking about ChatGPT, and there's actually a lot of uses other than asking it random questions. You can use it for your business, to create social media posts, and to do a lot of different things. So I'm going to jump in and show you some of the best ways you can utilize ChatGPT in order to create social media posts. So I'm over here on ChatGPT. It's completely free, and if you don't know what it is, it's an AI-powered chatbot, and it's designed to help users with various tasks, whether it's answering questions, generating creative content. The limits are kind of endless with it. And one of the things that it can actually do is come up with social media post ideas. So I'm going to show you how I like to have it generate those. Now, the first thing to keep in mind with this is it's only as smart as the prompt you give it. So what we're inputting matters a lot for what we get out. It can understand a lot of information and details, so we want to give it as much structure as we can so we get the best output. And one more thing to remember before you start is that it only has knowledge up to 2021. I'm sure in the future it will be up to date with information, but right now it's only knowledgeable up to dates in 2021. So usually I'll have people start just by first, what is your niche? What is your business? So let's say we have a clothing business that sells online and we want to create social media posts for it. So I'd normally have people start with asking ChatGPT for post ideas, so just general, and it'll give you the idea. So I would type in something like, give me 10 social media post ideas for a clothing business. Now, if we wanted to be more specific, it would benefit ChatGPT. So let's say a women's clothing business. So we're more specific, and we click generate. And it will start to spit out different topics that we gave it. And we asked for 10, so it's going to give us a list of 10. So we can show off a new product, highlight a bestseller, share customer reviews, style an item, and so on. So that's great. We have some ideas. And if you don't like one of the answers that ChatGPT gives you, you can always click regenerate response, and it will give you another one. And if you want to go back, you just click this little arrow right here, and it'll take you back to the first one. So now it changed it up a little bit. And if we want to give it more information, ChatGPT knows what was said earlier in your conversation. So if I'm a couple lines down, it's going to know what I was asking it before, and it structures the responses off that information as well. So if we want to go back to 1, we can see 1 and 2 are different here. So what I like to do is I like to look and see if any of these are something I want to expand on. Some of these are more personal, where it might be hard, where it's behind the scenes. It's going to be hard for it to generate a post off of that. But let's take number 8, fashion tips. So I want it to create a post based off that. So I would then say something along the lines of create a post for 8. And I would hit enter, and it knows that 8 is fashion tips. So it says here's an example of social media post for idea number 8, fashion tips. And it gives me what would be said. It gives me some hashtags. So this is more of a caption it created for something maybe like Instagram. Now, like I said before, it's only as smart as the prompt you give it. So if I said create an Instagram caption or create a blog post or a video script, it can do all of those as well. And let's say we want to run with this post and we say, okay, this is our post, this is our caption, but we need an image. What should we do for an image? Now, ChatGPT can't create images, but they can give you ideas. So I would say, give me 3 different image ideas for this Instagram post. So it's going to give us 3 different ones, a series of photos featuring different outfits and different body types with captions explaining, graphic illustration, a photo of a model wearing a particularly flattering outfit, blah, blah, blah. So that's one way you can get a post. It is a little long-winded doing it this way, but it's a great way to start and see kind of different things it gives you. You can have it regenerate different things. And one thing to keep in mind here when you're using this is, as I was saying before, it knows what was said earlier in the conversation, and it can get stuck in certain ways of thinking sometimes. So if you're doing a new prompt, instead of just typing down here, if I was going to do something completely different, I would want to go over and create a new chat in the top left and then type in whatever I was going to look up next. Now, another way you can use this is for writing video scripts for if you're doing long form or short form content, you can specify. So for example, if I want a video script, I would say create a video script about the benefits of having a good book cover design and include a shot for each scene. So for this would be about a graphic designer or maybe a book cover designer. And I'm having it create a video script, but also giving me a shot for each single scene of the video so I know what I could put there. And if I didn't want that, I would just say without the scene. It's going to give us a different video script as well. And if we wanted to be more specific, we could say for a YouTube video, we could give it more details. And if you ever want to stop, it's not going the direction you want, you can click stop. You can regenerate it if you want to. There's a lot of different ways you can utilize this. And one way you can get a lot more out of ChatGPT is by utilizing different styles of prompts. You could say, I want it to be funny. I want it to be serious. You can also tell ChatGPT to pretend to be someone, and it will take it from that kind of style when it's outputting an answer. So I could say, act as if you were an expert graphic designer and create a video script for, actually I'll put a YouTube video script for a video about blank, or I could have it come up with that idea as well. So about the importance of a good book cover design, and I hit enter, and having it act as a certain person or someone who has certain information can help it be more specific and give it a different tone. So for this one, it's still giving us the shots even though we didn't ask for it. So you can see this is very long here. It's giving us a long script and it's gonna keep going. Another thing that you need to keep in mind with ChatGPT is it does have a limit to a single output. So if it stops because it hits that limit, all I have to do is type continue, and it will continue if it's in the middle of something. But this one, it did not seem like it stopped at the middle. Another really cool way you can use ChatGPT to mass create social media posts is by typing in something like this. I said, create a social media content calendar for a graphic design business. So you can just copy and paste this and fill in your own information. So everything, you would change a graphic design business to whatever yours is. I want the calendar for whatever your date and year is. And then make sure you say in tabular format and what you want the columns to be. And if I hit enter here, it's gonna output this as a table for me with my social media posts for each day, the post idea and the captions. And I could even say I wanted to add hashtags over here, so it would put the hashtag separate if I wanted to. And I could be more specific and say, create a single post for each day, and it would be every single day of the month. But it can output in a tabular format here. And you can do the same thing as before, where if I wanted more details on something or an image idea, then I could say expand on May 16th, and it will know to expand on this one. And I'll show you right now. So expand on May 16th, so sharing a design process video. And it's giving us more information about that idea as well, how to edit the video, what should be in it. And if we want something more specific, I could say create the post for May 16th. And it actually creates the post right here with the caption, and it gives us an idea for the visual as well. So this is my favorite way to do this. And one more thing that ChatGPT can do is if you find something that you like, an article you maybe want to structure a post off of or create something similar, or maybe you create a blog post and you want to turn it into shorter form content, ChatGPT can actually analyze links. Now, if it's a video, it can't watch the video and understand that yet, but it can understand blog posts. So what I'm going to do is say create a social media post from this blog article, and I'm going to input the link right here and hit enter. And it should be able to take the information from that and put it in its own words and summarize it right here or create a post off of it. I could also ask it to summarize it as well. And a few other simple things that ChatGPT can do is it can find you hashtags. So if I just ask it, right here, I said create a list of the most relevant and high traffic hashtags to use on a social media post for a graphic design business, and it output a list of what it considers the top 20 for those. So ChatGPT can really do a lot for your social media, and it can save a lot of time. So starting with a topic and having ChatGPT expand onto that and creating a multitude of different posts, I think is one of the most beneficial ways to do this. And then having it output those as a content calendar, I think is probably the best way to utilize this right now. And again, you can add something like the image and the hashtag separate up here. And ChatGPT is completely free to use. So that's how I would be using ChatGPT in order to post on social media and create your social media posts quickly.